Hey guys, so I tried out the Warhammer mobile game that a lot of Warhammer YouTubers are talking about. Um, they're paid to like talk about it, and they like hype it up. But as someone who's not paid, I can actually talk about it for real. So I tried it out, and it's decent. I think they got like a bonus or something, because from the footage they used, they're like way ahead in the game. And I'm actually playing it for free, and I don't see any of the stuff they're talking about. So I'm guessing they're like way ahead. It's not a long game. I bet if I put more time and effort into it, I can catch up to them. Something I don't have a huge interest in. Honestly, this is a loading screen you get in the game, and honestly, this loading screen is better than the. I hate to say it, but this loading screen is actually better than the game. Is it a bad game? No. Is it a great game? No. I guess I should explain it. So Warhammer Tactics, I don't even know how you say it. Warhammer Tacticus. It's right there. Oh, you can't see it, but it's Tacticus, I guess. That's how you say it. So I only played it. I played it for like 4 days. I unlocked like 3 characters. It takes forever to unlock a character, and apparently it's completely random unless you beat story mode. I think if you beat story mode, you're scripted to unlock a character. But if you do stuff that's not a story mode, you'll pretty much never unlock a character. They have a lot of variety in the characters. I will say one thing about this game, even though it's not that good. It looks great. Like the guys you're looking at now, that's how they look like in the game. So the game looks great. It honestly looks better than Dawn of War. I love Dawn of War. I can stare at that game for hours, and I have. But this game actually looks better than Dawn of War, and it has a little bit of voice acting in it. Not a crazy amount, but it's got a bit of voice acting in it. So I guess I should explain the game. So you start out with the librarian right there, and the guy next to him, which is a scout. You start out with those two, and the more you play the game, the more guys you unlock. Eventually, you get a flying unit with like twin guns. I'm not sure what the exact name is for them. He has like a jetpack. He's got like Gravis armor. Gravis armor is like a new thing. Well, I think they announced Gravis armor in like, I don't know, 2014. But it takes so long to read all the books that it feels new. But yeah, it's like a flying dude in Gravis armor. He's got 2 guns, and he runs around shooting people. He's like your fast unit. And then the more you play the game, if you play the game to like mission 3 or so, you unlock the Celestian. And if you beat like the first 2 bosses of story mode, you unlock that Necron guy back there. So you spend most of the time fighting Necrons, which is fine. Apparently they're doing a Dominus story mode. So it's very recent. The Dominus is like, I think it was like a last year thing or this year thing. So Dominus is very, very recent. It's Space Marines fighting Necrons. A Dominus is basically the Silent King woke up and he told the Necrons to get off their ass and go fight stuff, and the Space Marines are trying to defend the planets from the Necrons. And that's basically Dominus. I haven't read all the books. I actually don't know what happens in Adominus. But I can imagine fighting full power Necrons must be pretty nuts. I can't imagine. I honestly can't imagine the good guys winning that. Necrons pretty much won the war against the gods, and it takes like 500 Space Marines to kill a god. So I can't even imagine them winning this, honestly. But it is Games Workshop. Space Marines are their poster boy, so they probably will win. Who knows? So every character you have has like 2 abilities, and a long range and a melee range attack. So each character has like 4 attacks. As far as I can tell, you only play characters of names. You don't get like an army or anything like that. You can only play guys of names, and that's fine to me. So usually you have like 5 guys of names, and you fight like 20 soldiers who die in like 1 hit, which is fine. Eventually you unlock multiplayer, which is 5 guys with names fighting 5 guys with names. Not too crazy. But I did find out multiplayer that snipers are insane. They can like one-shot characters from like a mile away, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Space Marines can take a bullet like no problem. With their, all Space Marines have crazy healing, so bullets really shouldn't be that big of a deal. Even Space Marines should be able to take a bullet, no problem. Yeah, snipers are just crazy. And as far as I can tell, snipers shoot like normal bullets. They don't shoot like the Warhammer bullets. So I don't even know. I don't know the lore on snipers. But as far as I can tell, they're just normal guns. But I don't know. I'm just a random guy. So eventually you unlock multiplayer, which is decent. It's very map dependent. Sometimes, depending on the map, the sniper will just kill everything, and sometimes your fast guy will just kill everything before the game starts. So it's very, very map dependent. There is chaos in this game. You can unlock. I unlocked like 2 Death Guard guys I can use. They're pretty bad because you have to level them up and all that. So every character you unlock, it doesn't really matter how many hours you have in this game. Every character you unlock is a lot weaker than your starting guys. So it's not even really worth it. It's nice to see the characters and watch them fight, but it's probably not even worth it. You can unlock campaigns, but the starting campaign you get has very little voice acting. So I'm guessing the campaigns you can unlock aren't that fancy. Like Dawn of War, people make fun of Dawn of War, but you get 9 like different endings, right? And they're all pretty interesting. And you get the Stronghold missions and stuff like that. And the Stronghold missions are pretty lore accurate, especially the Tau one. The one where you fight the Tau on the moon. I feel like that one's pretty lore accurate. So those are pretty lore accurate. And then you get the campaign missions in this game, and they actually cost more than Dawn of War. Dawn of War is like $12, I think, and the campaign missions are like $30. So you can buy like 2 Dawn of Wars for the cost of 1 campaign mission, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Plus, there's a lot of really, really good Warhammer games out there. like the shooting one. What is it? I forget. Necromunda? Is that what it's called? There's a shooting like Necromunda one. That's pretty good. And I think Warhammer Darktide is actually coming around the corner with very promising gameplay. So there's pretty much no reason to put any money into this game, especially with Darktide coming around the corner. And you got the Grey Knight game, which I heard is pretty solid. I don't really like Grey Knights, but I wouldn't mind playing that game. It looks pretty fun. So yeah, I don't know. It's my verdict on it is free. I think everybody should try it out. They do only talk about Anonymous and nothing else, so it is pretty nerdy, I admit. I don't think you have to listen to what they're saying. You don't have to listen to the whole Anonymous stuff if you want to have fun. I mean, I like listening to that sort of stuff because I read the books, but you don't have to. It is free. There's like 50 levels you can do for free, which is pretty fun. It does get harder as it goes on. My guys are constantly struggling against Necron scarabs. Not the tomb spiders, but the actual scarabs. The ones that like die in one hit. My characters are like getting one-shotted by those, like, in the books they're like 5 inches long or something like that. And my characters are getting like one-shotted by them. So I don't know where the balance is in that. But yeah, what I like about the phone game is the rules and abilities are pretty lore friendly. Like all the Space Marines can take out like 10 guys by themselves. That's pretty lore accurate. And the Necrons can revive each other and heal, which is lore accurate. So it is a pretty lore friendly game. Plus you can upgrade your guys for free, so that's pretty nice. I will say one thing about the game though. You do get resources very quickly, and the resources are pretty much useless. I haven't found any use for them at all. So yeah, I would recommend you play this game for 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and then probably drop it. But getting 4 days out of a game is nice. And I say 4 days because there's a limit on how much you can play the game, which is fine. But yeah, I feel like Dawn of War, it plays like Dawn of War, honestly. But it's a phone game. So yeah, I enjoy it. I don't think it's as good as people are saying it is. Those people who got paid were saying it's like the best game ever. It's really not. It's pretty average. I will say one thing though. Even the resources and like the boxes, the loot boxes, are pretty lore accurate. So the people who made this game know their stuff. Oh, I should mention the other stuff you can do. There's a scavenge mode where you fight Gretchens and you like steal their stuff for points. You get like 20 resources for doing it, and those boxes I talked about have like 400 resources in it. So really, there's no point in doing the scavenge stuff, but you can do it. And there's also raid bosses, which have like 30,000 health. There are guilds in the game, but I don't even know if you can chat. You can I've seen people request items, but I don't know if it has an actual chat. That's something I didn't really look into. I don't think there's a chat. I didn't see a chat option, but who knows? As you level up, you unlock more and more mini games and story modes. Like I just unlocked the Sister of Battle story mode, which absolutely destroyed me. So I don't know why I unlocked it if I can't even like play it. But yeah, it's a game I would play for like 4 days and then probably drop it. So that's my review. I wouldn't recommend spending money on this game. If you look at the characters that you can unlock, it says the only way to unlock it is either beat story mode or get it randomly. So even if you do spend money on this game, the characters aren't guaranteed. And leveling them up, I will admit, leveling them up is pretty cheap. The stuff that makes your guys stronger is like really dirt cheap. So just unlocking the characters is what costs money. And yeah, where I'm at right now, I think you start out the game with like 6 levels a day. That's your limit. But I think where I'm at now, I have like 15 tries, so I can try a level 15 times in order to win. And I do lose a lot, so I end up going through those 15 tries. Each level is like, I don't know, like 20 seconds. So it's not, the levels aren't long. I would say each level is like 20 seconds. So you go through your 15 tries in like a minute. So yeah, I think that's all I can talk about. I think I mentioned everything. I would say the game is okay. I tried it out for a bit. It's an okay game. Not sponsored. Nothing like that. I would show you footage, like I showed Dawn of War footage, but recording phone games, I don't even know how you do that. So this is the video you're getting. So yeah, that's my verdict. It's okay. Thanks again. Bye.